Hi my dear students, welcome back to Tungal online classes. In the last classes you already learned regarding application of biotechnology in medicine field, like preparation of recombinant or engineered insulin. And also we discuss regarding insulin structure, insulin functions, insulin disorders also we already discussed. And today class I am going to start with a gene therapy and next one is molecular diagnosis. Let's see what is gene therapy. Gene therapy, it is a treatment which is useful to cure the genetic disorders. Genetic disorders. The question is, what is genetic disorders? Simple. Chromosome is containing what? Genes. Genes are nothing but like DNA. DNA sequence is changed. The coding sequence is changed. Due to the changing of coding sequence, it is not going to code for correct proteins. So due to that, what happened? It is become as one disorders. Wanted proteins or which proteins are needed to the cell, such proteins are not released in the cell. So such are called as what? Genetic disorders. Clear? Now this gene therapy, it is going to cure the genetic disorders. So the meaning of gene therapy is just error genes or non-functional genes are replaced by the functional genes. So for that, eventually the baby or the child is going to cure from these disorders. According to the NCERT is given correction of defect genes at a child level or embryonic level. So that is actually deal the gene therapy. Next, gene therapy mainly two types. So somatic gene therapy, next one is gammetic gene therapy. In somatic gene therapy, the healthy genes are inserted to somatic cells. In gammetic, the healthy genes are inserted at a gammetic level, like a egg cell as well as sperm cells that are going to insect. Okay, let's write the points. Gene therapy, it is a treatment which is useful to cure the genetic disorders. So in gene therapy, which are non-functional genes or nothing but a DNA sequence is replaced by functional genes. Functional genes. So for that, what happened? So for that, the cell gradually produce correct proteins which are need to the cell. Clear? And according to the NCERT, here the gene therapy is deal correction of defect genes at a child level or at embryo level. This is actually standard line is given in NCERT. Here the functional genes or nothing but healthy genes are inserted in cell or tissues. So further what happen? It is going to produce proteins. Such proteins are needed to the cell. This gene therapy is mainly two types. The first one is somatic gene therapy. Next one is gammetic Gametic gene therapy. So in first case what happened? In first case, the healthy genes are inserted in somatic cells. Somatic cells are which in condition? Diploid condition. Why? Because they are containing homologous chromosomes. Chromosomes pairs are occurred. So that's why they are called as what? Diploid cells. Next, gametic. Here the healthy genes are inserted at a gamete level. At a gamete level. It means the genes are inserted in or at a sperm cells as well as egg cells. These are what? Gametes, haploid condition, which are formed after meiosis division. Clear? Next, here the first gene therapy is done in the 1990 to a 4 years child. Actually, she is suffering from autoimmune diseases. For example, if any one of the foreign molecule or unknown molecules like pathogens, bacteria, virus, protozoans, if they enter in our body, automatically our immune system is going to get activated. And our immune system, like what cells? Lymphocyte cells. They are going to produce WBC cells. They are going to produce what? Antibodies. These antibodies are going to fight two pathogens. So due to the what happened, the person is gradually cured from the disease or pathogen attack. But in this case what happened, some diseases are directly affect the immune system. So immunity system is gradually weak and not going to produce any antibodies. Here the first treatment to 4 years child, she is actually suffering from immunity disorders. So such are called as SCID we can call SCID diseases. It means S means severe combined immunodeficiency. And those persons which are suffering from SCID, immune deficiency, then the person will be definitely die after a couple of years. Because if small virus is entered in our body is not going to tolerate, our body is not going to produce any antibodies to that virus. SCID example is ADA. In NCERT, ADA is given, adenosine deaminase deficiency. Like in chromosome, ADA genes are occurred. These ADA genes are which are responsible for production of adenosine deaminase enzyme. So this enzyme is needed for adenosine, like adenine metabolism, like purine metabolism. Then which is get converted into the nucleic acids to like DNA molecules are going to form. But in this case what happened? The deletion of ADA gene, the person is unable to produce ADA enzymes. So further, toxic compounds are accumulated in the blood. And again, it is going to weaken the immunity system. Let's write the points. SCID. One of the example is ADA. Adenosine deaminase genes. So these genes are which are located on chromosomes. Located on chromosomes. Here, due to the deletion of ADA genes, in cell, it is unable to produce ADA enzyme. And this ADA enzyme is needed for purine metabolism. Required for purine metabolism. When we are having a food molecules, from food molecules, adenine is separated, and this adenine is useful for construction of nucleic acids. Actually, this is a main function of adenosine deaminase enzyme. If due to the lack of this enzyme, toxic compounds are formed in somatic cells. And also it is going to affect the immunity system. Clear? So this is ADA deficiency. So for that, what you have to do? Healthy genes. So such a defect genes, ADA genes are replaced by healthy genes by like insertion. Here, Dr. Anderson, he was first to give the treatment to SCID diseases. And also is demonstrated we can cure this genetic disease by using of T lymphocyte cells. Because the T lymphocyte cells are containing, T means what? Thymus. Thymus is one gland we already discussed in the 11th class, thymus gland. Here the lymphocytes are matured in thymus. So that's why such lymphocytes are called as T lymphocytes. Generally which have the capacity to produce antibodies. But in this case, it is also containing what? ADA genes. T lymphocytes have the capacity to produce a ADA enzyme. So now what we have to do? Next, we have to just separate the defective T lymphocyte cells from patients, and we have to clone on the medium. In the same way, from healthy cells also we have to separate the WBC cells, nothing but T lymphocyte cells we have to isolate. Next, from healthy person, T lymphocyte cell containing ADA genes are separated and injected into the defective T lymphocyte cells which is already isolated from the patient. Now such a T lymphocyte cell is injected into the patient. Within the patient body, this T lymphocyte cell is going to produce the antibodies. Simple technique here. T lymphocyte cell which is already have the capacity to produce ADA enzyme. Then what we have to do? First thing, from patient we have to separate or isolate the WBC cells or T lymphocyte cells. T lymphocyte cells. And next step, such are culture on medium. Such are culture on medium. Now number of cells. Now number of T lymphocyte cells are formed on medium. Next step, next what have to do? We have to isolate the healthy T lymphocyte cells. So from healthy person, T lymphocyte cells are isolated and culture on medium. Finish. Now this, especially which genes? ADA genes, or by using of recombination DNA technology, these ADA genes are inserted into patient lymphocyte cells. Patient lymphocyte cell. So by this, the patient has the capacity to produce ADA enzyme. So this is actually did the Dr. Anderson to the 4-year-old child. At the beginning, he did these genes are inserted into somatic cells. But it give only 50% of cure to the baby. So it is not exactly cure. The disease is not exactly cured. Later, same these genes are inserted to gamete cells. Gametic cells. So which is give the little result. It give the little result. Okay. Next, in NCERT is given 2 methods are using for gene therapy treatment to ADA disease. The first one is bone marrow transplantation. And second one is bone marrow transplantation, and second one is enzyme replacement therapy. So these 2 treatments are used for ADA deficiency. But unfortunately, so these 2 treatments, these 2 methods also be not exactly cure the disease. These 2 methods also not cure the disease or disorder to completely 100% the disease is not going to cure. So bone marrow transplantation and as well as enzyme replacement therapy. So these 2 also not going to cure the disease. 100% disease is not going to cure by using of these 2 methods also. So for that, what they did? For that, bone marrow transplantation as well as enzyme replacement therapy also not give the exact result. 100% disease is not cured by using of these 2 methods. Then later what they did, some cells are isolated from bone marrow. Bone marrow cells also have the capacity to produce ADA enzymes. Now these cells are isolated and inserted at an embryonic level stage. Then it is give the better result. Okay, let's try it. Now, so they from bone marrow, they isolate the cells, which are already capacity, which are already produce the ADA genes, ADA genes or ADA enzyme. Now these cells are injected to embryonic stage. Then the chances is there to cure the disease. It give the better result. Okay. The question is here, in first case, why the disease is not cured if we insert the T lymphocytes to somatic cells as well as gametic cells? Why the disease is not cured exactly? The reason is T lymphocytes are not immortal cells. Not immortal means what? The T lymphocyte cells will be die within 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months. So for that, what I have to do? Every 4 to 6 months, we have to give engineered B lymphocyte cells to patient. So it is too costly, and if the time is delay, then the person is going to die. So exactly the person is going to die here due to the non-function of immune system. So if once immune system is going to weak, it is unable to produce antibodies. Antibodies are not produced. Then any virus, you can see any pathogen, either maybe bacteria, virus or protozoans. Bacteria, virus as well as protozoans, they can easily cause the disease to the person. So once they suffering from bacteria or viral disease, such a disease is not going to cure at all, because immunity system is not working. At the last, within couple of years, within 2 to 3 years, the person is going to die. Clear? So this is regarding ADA deficiency or immunity diseases. Molecular diagnosis. If you would like to give the better treatment to a one diseased person, what we have to do? First we have to identification of pathogen at an early stage. Then only you can give the better treatment. Then it is cured easily. First. Second, you have to know which type of pathology it is, which type of pathogen is. And third, pathogen study, it is also very important. Pathophysiology also very important to give the treatment to the one diseased person. Here, when we are going to consult the one doctor, when the symptoms are appeared. When pathogen concentration is already very high in our blood, then it causes symptoms. Then only we are going to consult one MBBS doctor or MD to done the conventional methods or conventional diagnosis methods like blood test, urine test, or like a serum analysis. Clear? But by using of this conventional diagnosis, we can't detect this disease at earlier. Early detection is not possible by these conventional methods. So for that, one techniques are there. Early detection is possible by using of rDNA technology, nothing but PCR cycle, which is useful for detection of early stage of disease or genetic diseases. Like HIV persons or like AIDS persons and suspected cancer patients also treated with help of PCR cycle. Okay, let's write here for effective treatment. For effective treatment, early diagnosis is important. Early diagnosis is nothing but identification of pathogen. Identification of pathogen. Next, it is also needed. What is that? Study of pathology. Pathological study also very important. It means which type of pathogen. It is either bacteria or maybe virus or maybe protozoa because we can give the different treatment to bacterial diseases, we can give the different treatment to viral diseases as well as protozoan diseases. For that we have to study the pathophysiology. Study of pathophysiology also be very important. Then only we can give better treatment. Okay, here like conventional methods. The conventional methods are nothing but like serum test as well as blood test or urine analysis. So these are, by using of these methods, we can't detect early stage diagnosis. Early stage diagnosis is not possible by using of this conventional methods. Why? Because here the pathogen produces symptoms. The pathogen produces symptoms when the pathogen concentration is high in the body. So then only we are going to consult the doctor and he did this conventional diagnosis. But at the time what happened? Already the pathogen concentration is very high. It is tough task to cure. So that's why early detection is important. Early detection with the help of PCR cycle. This PCR cycle method, which is useful to detection of early in like a cancer patients, cancer suspect patients, as well as those persons HIV is confirmed or transferred to AIDS. In that suspected persons, by using of this PCR cycle, we can detect the disease. How early detection is possible? So this is actually a question. For that, what we have to do? Simple. From suspected person, for example, one person came and we suspected maybe cancer is there, maybe ADA deficiency is there. What we have to do? which genes are responsible for coding of these symptoms or this character. Such genes are isolated and cloned on the medium. And now after cloning this double stranded DNA, we have to, by using of unwindase enzyme or DNase enzyme, double stranded DNA is become as now single stranded DNA. It means open nucleotide sequence is present on DNA. Same way like B person, healthy person is there now. From healthy person, that healthy genes, which healthy genes like ADA genes we isolated and clone on the medium, and also with the help of DNase as well as unwindase enzyme, double stranded DNA is become as single stranded. And these from healthy genes we are tagged the radioactive isotopes. Clear? Now we have to just mix it with B cell DNA to A cell DNA we have to mix. So here, if the person, A person, those persons are suspected from the disease, such genes have to match with a B person gene. If A person gene sequence is complementary to B person gene, then double stranded is formed. Okay, got the point or not? If double stranded DNA is formed, or if these two DNAs are complementary to each other, it means what we suspected person is actually not suffering from any disease. If these two DNA fragments are not complementary to each other, then we can suspect is clear that he is suffering from disease. Let's see simple early diagnosis. Early diagnosis. What we have to do? Simple. From suspected person, here one suspected person A, here one healthy person B. Here what we suspected, maybe he is suffering from cancer. It means symptoms are not appeared, but just we suspected, like ADA genes. Okay, from this, so these cells are cloned on medium. Along with cells, also we have to clone the DNA sequence. Here, this DNA sequence is exactly, it is code for only ADA or only cancer. If any disturb is occurred in this DNA sequence, it is unable to produce like ADA or like cancer. Okay. Now what I have to do? With the help of unwindase enzyme, double stranded DNA, dsDNA, now it is become as ssDNA, single stranded DNA is formed. Simple, like this is simple single stranded DNA. For example, the gene sequence is A, G, A, C, A, G, A. So this is actually one sequence is there. In the B person, actually he is healthy person. He is a healthy person. From B person also we are isolated the cells. Cells are first we are going to separated and later DNA also going to separated. And which DNA sequence is responsible for production of ADA enzyme? Such genes we are going to culture. Now these DNA molecules are cloned on medium. Now again by using of unwindase enzyme, this double stranded DNA is become as SS, single stranded DNA. Okay. Now here one strand is formed. Like now this strand, what we did? We tagged the radioactive isotopes. we tagged. Clear? Now what we have to do? So now we have to mix these two cells. Now what happened for if you mixing, so this is one sequence is there now. Here what is there? A, G, A, C, A, G, A, AG, AC, AGA. One sequence is there. Now here, now this strand is going to. The complementary is what? A is going to bind with thioamine, GC, thioamine, guanine, thioamine, cytosine, and thioamine. Like. Now, if this strand are nothing but you can say tag radioactive isotope, we can also call as probe, molecular probe. Now this molecular probe containing nitrogen sequence, if it is complementary to suspected person, then what happen? If both strands are complementary, then what happen? They are going to form like double-stranded DNA is formed. Double-stranded DNA is formed. If double-stranded DNA is formed, it means the person have no defect genes. It means you have no mutated genes. No mutated genes. So how can you say? Because if this person have any mutated genes, that is not going to complementary to, so this person or this molecular probe. So by this we can detect the early stage disease. Early detection with the help of autoradiography technique. Detection with the help of autoradiography. Autoradiography technique. Autoradiography technique. Here in this case, what we have to do? Here, like clone person A. If the clone A person DNA, if person A genes are mutated, or if the person A genes are changed or DNA sequence are changed, such are not complementary to molecular probes. Next, if person A DNA sequence is not changed, then it is complementary to molecular probes. Okay, then simple. So in this case what happened here? Matched. Now it is become as what? dsDNA is formed. Double-stranded DNA is appeared on X-ray film. If like double-stranded DNA is formed on X-ray film, then the person is not suffering from, is not have any defect genes. By autoradiography technique we can data. If on X-ray film like a double-stranded DNA is not formed, it means the person having of defected genes. Then what we suspected, it is correct. So this is actually early diagnosis technique. So in this case PCR is useful for multiplication of DNA or cloning of DNA. And one more technique is there, ELISA. ELISA, ELISA. It means enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. This is technique which is used for detection of AIDS. Here in this technique what they did, it is an interaction of antigen and antibody, interaction of antigen as well as antibody. So what they did in this case, simple here, in suspected person, antibodies are mixed to blood or serum. In blood or serum, if the person is already suffering from any viral diseases or bacterial diseases, the bacteria or viral is produced the antigen. Now this antibody is going to bind with antigen and to form antigen and antibody complex is formed. So here antibodies are very specific. So these antibodies are very specific to antigen. Okay, then we can detect the exactly disease. So this is one more early detection of disease. Next, organ transplantation. Here the successful organ transplantation is depend upon immune system. Immune system should be matched. Nothing but T lymphocyte nature or antibody should be matched. Then only this organ transplantation is occurred. Here organ transplantation is nothing but grafting, like autograft, isografts, xenograft, like different grafts are there. Let one small information regarding organ transplantation. Organ transplantation is successful by matching of immunity system. Nothing but which is matched B lymphocyte cells, nothing but antibodies nature or chemical nature should be matched. Then only it is possible to organ transplantation, nothing but grafting. These graftings are mainly, one is autograft, and second one is isografting, and third one is allografting, and last one is xenografting. Grafting means what? Cutting. So we are going to cut the one organ from one person and transfer to, just we are going to add to another person. Here in this case, autografting. In autografting here, the grafting or cutting is occurred from one part of body to another part of same person. So such is called as what? Autografting. Here, so this sequence, for the skin or whatever it may be, it going to transplanted in within the body. Next one is isografts. Here the organs or such a grafting is occurred between genetically same organs or tissues are going to grafting. So here these are genetically similar, then only grafting is occurred. In between these two persons grafting is occurred. Like twins, the twins persons are genetically same. So we can transplantation, we can did the transplantation is very easy in between these two twins. Third one is allografting. Here in this, from one species to another species which is genetically similar. So that is what allografting. That is called as what? Allografting. And last one is genografting. In this case, what happened here? Completely different species. For example, some animal skin or muscles which are used to treatment of in case of burning. Here, animal tissues, completely species is differ. Animal tissues which are useful to cure the burns in human. So here in between two genetically dissimilar, two different species it is occurred. So that is called as what? Genografting. It is a little bit important, which is not covered the NCERT, but it is important. Okay. Thank you all of you.